Hello, everybody! Welcome to another weekly heavy metal album review. This week I'm reviewing Trivium in the Court of the Dragon, released by Roadrunner Records on October 8th, 2021. Now, of course, Trivium is a big band. It needs no introduction, but here we go. They are an American heavy metal slash metalcore band from Florida, formed in 1999. The band comprised of vocalist and guitarist Matt Heafy, guitarist Corey Buller, bassist Paolo Gregoletto, and drummer Alex Bent. The band has sold over 1 million records worldwide, so they are pretty popular. And after their second album, Ascendancy, from 2005, the band was almost like seen as the new Metallica. But Trivium has always powerfully combined modern metal slash metalcore with traditional metal and thrash metal. Since then, the band has had some ups and downs, but while it's still pretty big and important, it didn't explode as many expected back then. Still, Trivium is an important band from the new wave of American heavy metal. So let's talk about In the Court of the Dragon. This is already their 10th studio album. It's unbelievable. It follows the very good What the Dead Men Say, which was released just last year. Following the symphonic intro track X, or 10 in Roman numerals, the album features 10 proper metal tracks, and the album totals 53 minutes. The title track follows the intro in one of the most direct ways a song can start, which is by singing the chorus when the chorus is the title track name. So it really starts by singing In the Court of the Dragon. It's a very heavy track with a lot of harsh screams, but also a bridge with clean singing. It reminds me of their considered best albums, Ascendancy and Shogun. And oh, by the way, don't forget that they also included a heavy and fun breakdown in it. Heafy's singing, both harsh and clean, has continued to improve over the years, and maybe this is one of the best performances that he has on his albums. Overall, a very strong song. Then the high tempo A Crisis of Revelation is another good song on the same lines as the title track. And then I also want to talk about Like a Sword Over Democles, which is a heavy, groovy song that features a catchy chorus that I was singing along after just a couple of spins. Now, The Shadow of the Abattoir is one of the three longest songs on the album. And those three songs, they go over the 7-minute mark. The slow tempo sections of the Shadow of the Abattoir are a bit too soft for me, but I do like the chorus and the heavy parts on the song. I also do appreciate that they attempt to do something slightly different with this track. Another long song is the 8 minutes Fall Into Your Hands, which is, of course, the longest song on the album, and it starts with focus on the drums, which is a very cool choice, and I really enjoy how heavy the song gets, and besides, and on top of the drum focus, there's also some spotlights for the bass, and overall, a very balanced track. Oh, there's also a very interesting and melodic guitar solo on this song, so a well-rounded dynamic song that I really appreciate. Then the album closes with the other long song, The Majestic the Phalanx, which is a great epic 7-minute delight. When this song gets heavy, it's one of the best moments on the entire album. And I heard Heafy saying that this was actually a song that was being written for Shogun. They couldn't figure out the middle section, and then they brought that back, working it out, and I think that was an amazing decision because it's one of the best songs on this album. And now we know why. Now, despite some small inconsistencies, the album flows very well, and I don't see it as having any fillers. It's just a matter of taste that some of the songs didn't work for me. And now, if I talk about production, yeah, it's all very good, clear, and the musicianship of all members continue to step up. I mean, they get better with every album, so that's all good. The album cover is amazing. It's a beautiful, like 17th century style. I don't know if it really matches the album music, but I do like the cover and the painting that comes from it. I don't remember the name, but it's a French artist. Now, if I'm being picked here, the shortest and simplest songs on the album were the ones that I didn't care much for. They were just not interesting and quite safe, let's say. And Feast of Fire, for example, while being an okay song, it brings me back to their attempts of getting a bit more mainstream, for example, with the Vengeance Falls album. And yeah, that's not a very good thing for me. Additionally, my small problem with the album as a whole is that it doesn't bring a lot compared to the other albums. I mean, of course, it's okay and mostly nice songs that I described, but the last three albums seem to all blend in a bit together and not featuring a distinguished characteristic. Now, well, at least that's happening at a very high quality, and some of those songs are really good songs. So I'm really splitting hairs here. Overall, it's a good album. Now, wrapping up opinions here, Trivium delivered the third solid album in a row. It's slightly inferior to what the Dead Men Say, but it is still a strong release. I like especially when they kept the heaviness and they added to that some adventures and went slightly more progressive. And with those longer songs and those dynamic songs, I felt that worked really nicely. Overall, a very good album, 83 out of 100, and I'm sure fans will appreciate this new effort. If you don't like Trivium, though, In the Court of the Dragon won't change anything for you, so keep away from it. Now, thanks for being here, for listening, and be mad always.